2018 Cannabis World Congress begins tomorrow in downtown Los Angeles. Now that recreational marijuana is legal in California, thousands of people from around the world will pack the LA Convention Center to get a first look at new beverages, food, and technology. Hot topic is a proposal to bring cannabis home delivery services into prohibited neighborhoods.
Joining us with more details is legalized cannabis consultant Sonia Luna. She is the founder and CEO of the Los Angeles-based accounting firm Aviva Spectrum. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
So, what is the Cannabis World Congress? How long has it been around?
It's the first ever.
Okay.
They're expecting well over 14,000 participants, so it's something of a marketplace where buyers and sellers kind of meet and greet, and they get to understand different products. Yeah, it's a 21 and over event.
We were just talking about this idea of home delivery, and I believe that's already happening in some places, but to prohibited neighborhoods, what does that mean, and how is law enforcement handling this?
Right, so the California Bureau of Cannabis Control Chief, Lori Ajax, has been going through this state, city by city, county by county, and there's some patients, for example, that in their city or their county, they have absolutely banned cannabis sales. So there's no retail stores. So some stories are coming out that it takes them, let's say, 30 miles to get their medicine. So the proposal that Lori is undertaking is understanding the cost-benefit analysis of allowing statewide delivery systems to allow some of these patients to get their medicine.
So just so I understand, even though it's legal to use recreational marijuana in California, cities can say, yeah, but not here.
Correct. So the state in the proposition left it up to the locals to determine whether or not they were going to approve licensing. So the state actually won't issue you your cannabis license unless the locals have approved it.
Yeah.
So that's what's going on is patients are coming forward and telling Lori, like, hey, I can't get my medicine. The next town over is so many miles away from me. I need a delivery system. So we're dealing with patients that are typically on the elderly spectrum.
Yeah. The FDA, they've just approved the first marijuana-based pharmaceutical drug. A big discussion at the Cannabis Congress is going to be about medical research. Where are we in the testing and approval process for cannabis?
So federal dollars cannot be spent on testing yet on medical research unless it's very narrow. So let's say some certain universities get to test cannabis. But by and large, all the testing that we've been doing from a federal dollar standpoint has been on the negative effects. That's starting to change. Now, the FDA did approve a new drug. The standard of care right now for the FDA is just to be very objective. However, it's still a Schedule I drug, meaning Congress stated that that is equivalent to, let's say, cocaine and other Schedule I drugs. So right now there's a big debate in Washington to deschedule it, remove it from that Schedule I item. Now, when it comes to testing in California, we right now have about 30 some odd labs facilitating testing for 400 retail shops. So there's a huge supply and demand issue. There's actually a big shortage right now with cannabis products that can't funnel through the testing process at the state level.
We know that as the legalizing happened, that big corporations started to say, okay, there's some money here. We've got to get involved. Corona is one of those companies, and I was just wondering, how does it work? I mean, if you make beer, for example, and now you want to have marijuana in some of your products, how does the licensing happen, the taxing? You know, as you said, it's Schedule I according to the federal government. How does a big company navigate all that?
Yeah, these big companies are very sophisticated, so they're looking to buy a piece of an existing company that's already manufacturing and producing cannabis-related products. So all they're doing is influencing, let's say, a manufacturer that's already licensed in producing cannabis products, and they're buying a piece of the action in terms of that company. So that's how they're facilitating that. I haven't seen a large company start at the grassroots level, which is create their own entity, start, the manufacturing process. Right now, they're just kind of dipping their toes, but you're right, Corona is definitely one of the bigger players. I expect that bigger players in other markets are going to start dipping their toes and start acquiring some of these smaller manufacturing companies.
I see.
Sonia, thank you so much. Sonia Luna is the founder and CEO of the accounting firm Aviva Spectrum, located in Los Angeles. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks. All right, still